Hey, welcome back on the Good Morning Artesia radio show. We're bouncing through the day today. Caryl is here from the Artesia Senior Center, and I apologize for missing the broadcast last week. I was not feeling very well.
That was my text.
But I got to feeling better very quickly.
You sound a little better, so.
Well, I'm still drinking more tea than coffee. And Lana has this honey with lemon already
in it,
and then I mix it in with the tea, and it just feels good on the throat to do that. So
good deal.
Haven't added the whiskey yet.
Ooh, hadn't thought about that.
That was part of the old recipe for DJs was hot tea
toddies, wasn't it?
Hot tea with lemon and a little shot of whiskey.
Oh, with tea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that helped soothe the voice so where you could continue to sound.
Maybe have Lana bring you that day and pick you up.
That would be wise, because we neither one of us drink enough to where, at this age.
It affects you real quickly.
Yes. Just the whiff of it would probably send us to sleep.
I hear you.
So, anyway, you were telling me before we get started here, somebody dropped some keys off there at the center that are lost keys. Somebody needs to come get.
One of the seniors was headed home and said over there by kind of Eagle Draw, that thrift store in that area, there were keys on the side of the highway. They're definitely some working person's keys. It looks like toolbox keys. I personally think it's a vehicle key and their house keys.
Yeah.
So if they'll call the senior center or just come by, tell me what the other side of this keychain looks like, I would be more than happy to give them these keys, because I've been there, have lost my keys before.
Yeah.
And when you got, looks like several toolbox keys on there.
That's exactly what it looks like. I tell you something else today that people get really flustered over is if you lose your phone.
Oh, my life is in my phone.
Everybody's is like that. And I know we were in Carlsbad here a few months ago, and we got north of Carlsbad and realized.
Oh, I heard you talking about that on the radio. Lana left her phone.
And so we had to turn around. And fortunately, it was still there when we got there. It hadn't run off yet. So, but nowadays, I mean, you've got all your contacts are in there, your photos, your schedule. I mean, it's like you said, your whole life is in that stupid little device right there.
If you had an appointment or you're going to have an appointment, it's in there.
Yeah. So don't lose your phones either. That's a terrible thing nowadays.
I've been blessed to found probably 4 phones. And I always try to call back the last number they called. This was they locked them. And now they're locked. So I just wait till somebody calls and I tell them, hey, I found this phone. Could you call the person that it belongs to?
Yeah.
Yes. It's usually, it's either that's my sister, that's my mom.
Yeah.
And I tell them where to come. I've only had one extremely rude individual.
Oh, really?
It was a new iPhone. We found it at the bank parking lot in Roswell. And so I called the last number, and the woman said, that's my husband's phone, and you bring it to me right now.
Wow.
I said, no, ma'am, this is how it's going to work. I'm going to Sam's. You can meet me at Sam's. If somebody's there before I finish shopping, I'll give you the phone. If not, it'll be at the Roswell police station.
Yeah. Way to go.
The next phone call we got was the man screaming at us to bring him his phone right now. Michael said, we drive by, roll that window down, and throw it out.
Why are people like that?
We can't do that. He said, no, I knew. I didn't really mean it, but that's how I feel.
Yeah.
And he just jerked the phone out of my hand and never said thank you or nothing. And it was in a parking lot. He could have been run over. I mean.
Yeah.
And it was the new phone way back then. And
yeah.
I thought we were helping, but I'm going to continue to help people.
Don't stop helping
That's right.
people. Now, I know there's people listening right now that go, that's typical iPhone person. They're going to blame it on the iPhone mentality.
That's right.
But I don't know. Well, anyway.
Okay, so let me tell the individual.
Yes.
I'm at the senior center behind the Ford place.
Okay.
Because people get the senior centers confused.
With the meal site.
Yes.
Okay.
It's at 202 West Chisholm. So come pick up these keys, please.
Okay.
We let the key company know if somebody comes in to have a massive amount of keys reproduced, call us, see if they're yours.
Excellent. Good idea.
Okay, hey, let's get started.
Yeah.
Today, the first thing is not going to be what we always say. I'm not going to say, if you're listening out in the community, you know what I say first. This week is going to be New Mexico low-income tax rebate. This is our second week, and it's going to be from 9 to 11 and 1 to 3. And I appreciate you so much. I was driving down the road the other day, and I heard this commercial, and I was like, that's up. So bring your information. If you've done this, if you've ever done taxes, you know what we have to have. So all proof of your income, IDs. If you're over 65, you want to see about getting some property tax back. We'll help you however we can.
Okay.
So 9 to 11, 1 to 3 at the Artesia Senior Center, 202 West Chisholm. Low income tax rebate. It is not regular taxes. It is not federal taxes. If I could have $1 for every phone call and every person that comes for that, we could buy your radio station. Not really, but close.
No, you could.
This week it's for sale. We also have painting this morning. The women are showing up down there for painting. Every now and then we get a man in there painting. Where they paint at 9 o'clock, and then they go to lunch, and they go together, but you don't have to. And then at 1 o'clock, they open it back up for an art studio. So come down if you want to just look and see what they're doing. See maybe if you're interested. They use multiple mediums, so it's not limited to any one thing unless they announce a special class, and this is not a special class. Bridge, 1 o'clock. Swedish weaving, 1:30. Lucy, I'm telling you again, I have my Swedish weaving at the senior center. Come down today. She laughed because last time she heard when I told her I took it down. Texas.
Did you take it down last week? Okay.
I put in about 10 stitches.
Oh, 10.
But
All
I
right,
was a big one.
Good for you.
Texas Hold'em, 2 o'clock. And then the exercise videos available Fridays at 9 o'clock. We have the Creative Crafters again. Very popular. Come down and join that. Hand and foot, hand, knee, and foot. It just depends. The people playing choose what they want to do, and that's at 10 o'clock on Friday. We have some new card holders built for them.
Oh,
because
okay.
when you play hand, knee, and foot, you really get a handful of cards.
I bet.
Bingo, popular bingo at 1:30, and then our sewing at 1:30. Monday, Creative Crafters, train dominoes. If you haven't played train dominoes, you haven't had fun yet. We're going to all get in a train and have some fun. They really enjoy it. 42 at 1 o'clock on Mondays, sewing at 1:30, and exercise video. On Tuesdays, we're starting something new.
Okay.
2 o'clock, we're having poker.
Oh.
Not Texas Hold'em.
Okay.
Unless that's what you call, but we had our first Tuesday last week, and it's poker, and it's dealer's choice.
Okay.
So the dealer rotates around the room, and you get to choose. And I actually won a couple of hands.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no money. Just those little chips.
Well, that's probably for the best.
It's definitely for the best. If it was for money, I couldn't be there.
Yeah.
So if you want to play poker and you've got some new interesting games, they're willing to learn. I think the guys that are playing in there, they were teaching me games I had never heard of. So
wow. Okay.
you're going to have to know a lot to beat them.
Okay.
Okay. Let's get on with woodworking at 9 o'clock on Tuesdays. Intermediate line dancing, 9:30. And then it's the same again, the bridge in the afternoon, sewing, but stained glass on Tuesday nights at 6:30.
Okay.
Okay. Wednesdays, the tops, take off pounds sensibly. The little class is growing. It's kind of neat, looking good. Jewelry, beginning line dancing at 9:30, wood burning at 1, bridge at 1, and train dominoes again. Thank you for having me.
And folks, let's help find those keys.
Yes.
Owner.
Yes.
So,
Thank you.
all right, Caryl. Thank you. This is KSVP RT.